not just here in Georgia. It's all over. And it's a national problem right now. It's just Georgia is one that people are furious over some of the things that's happening. My name is Senator Donzella James, and I am representing the 28th brand new district in Georgia. First of all, we have to keep in mind that HOAs are not all bad. In fact, they were developed so that they could help the quality of life in the communities. So we understand that, but there are some predatory HOAs and they have nothing to control them. And so our biggest problems with that is that people are being misused and abused and losing their homes over petty things, like they get fined for not cutting the grass a certain height. And the biggest problem, though, if they didn't stay within the covenant, they don't give them time to correct it. They fine them, and then some of the homeowners associations put a fee, a daily fee, until you solve the problem. And those costs are in addition to their rent is enormous, and it's getting higher and higher. So we want to make sure that we just stop the nonsense, take care of the people, and not put people out of their dream homes.
We were paying the HOA, we were paying utilities and all that, and not enjoying any use of the home whatsoever. So it had become a severe cash cow, basically. I mean, just sucking the life out of us, and we just wanted out.
Well, what happens is, of course, HOAs, you have to sign the covenant when you purchase the home. So most people who are purchasing their home and they're at closing and they get this HOA that they have to sign, they sign it along with the other papers and don't read the fine print. The fine print says you get $2,000 worth of liens, and they can sell your house or purchase your house or foreclose on you somehow. You can pay your rent and everything else, but if you owe something to the homeowners association, that's when you can lose your home. When the people find out that they're being fined and they have a dispute, they don't have a way to dispute it, because the homeowners associations often will not have a meeting or arbitration where you can go. So that's why one of my bills is for ombudsman office, because most of the time, if you are having problems and these aggressive HOA predators, is what I call it, are on you and sending you notices, then most of the time you don't have the money to hire a lawyer. So we have several bills that we put together to make sure that we pass them and favor the homeowner and not an organization that's out of control. My own sister, who was living in a condominium with her 4 children, long after she lost her house, we were like in our 20s and 30s. And she was working, at a big company, General Motors, and was paying her bills. But the HOA fees got out of control, and she couldn't catch them up because her son became ill, and she was back and forth, at the hospital getting treatment. And so when I saw that her homeowner association took her big condominium, I was devastated. And here it is, 25 years later, I find that they're still doing it and doing it to other people.
I think an average American should care about this because it absolutely can happen to them. I never would have imagined this happening to me. I've owned many homes over the years in many states and lived many places and never experienced anything like this. unless there's rules put in place, they are going to continue to win. And there needs to be rules, and they need to be enforced.
Somebody needs to be in control of what's going on. It's never been any oversight. So we definitely need oversight on what is happening in the state of Georgia and so many other states with HOAs.